Yowdy, or howdy, whatever you call it. How's it going, y'all? Today is back and biceps and maybe some shoulders. I got about 4 hours, so I gotta be at work. So we got some time today. But after that, we gotta go to Costco and then Kroger, and then I gotta do a little shopping for some groceries. But other than that, not much today, Same old. I'm gonna be doing some whatchamacallits. We're gonna start off with some lower back extensions to warm up, so you guys won't see that part. So it'll be part of my warm up, but I've been just wanting to really increase my back strength and get my spinal erectors more kind of better, because they just make your back overall look good. And because last back day, or it was my leg day a couple days ago, I felt my lower back extensions on one side. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just not do it at that gym, because the lower back extension thing, it's like all kind of wonky. But you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So I just won't do lower back extensions there. I'll just do RDLs, like how I was planning on doing, but I didn't do them then, so we'll figure it out. But on terms of the lift exercise wise, we're gonna be doing probably some, I don't really know, to be honest, but definitely some pull downs of some sort. I might do pull-ups. I've been enjoying pull-ups a lot for some reason. Pull-ups have just been in my rotation for a lot of things, and I don't know exactly why, but they've just been kind of fun to do. But other than that, same thing with everything else. We'll just kind of figure it out. But general exercises, like for biceps, probably gonna be hammer curls of some sort, and caber curls, and then maybe like a preacher curl. So 3 exercises total, maybe 2 for biceps. And if we do shoulders, which actually I think I'm just gonna keep doing them on leg day. Now that I think about it, I have been doing them on leg days because it's a lot easier to fit them in that day. And so that's 2 muscle groups. I know it's more than 2 muscle groups, but it's 2 main names, right? Legs, that's 1. You don't count quads and hamstrings unless you do individual days. I don't see the benefit in it. I did it once in a while, forever ago, and it actually shrunk my legs, I think. I didn't grow a bit doing hamstrings, period, and then quads, period, by itself. I just don't see how you can get so fatigued from just doing one of those and then not training the other, Some people are different. Some people really, grow off of that split, but I don't. So I've always just thought, let me just see how this works out. I did that split for 2 months straight, and like I said, no gains, not even strength gains, which surprisingly, no squat strength, no leg extension strength, nothing, And then it's like, when do you fit abductor and calves in? Do you do it calves every week? Not every week, but every day then with them? Do you do quads, calves, and then hamstring calves? So why not just do everything, quads and hamstrings at that point? I think Sam Sulaki does the individual days, but I just feel like you need so much volume for your legs to grow, or just you need volume plus intensity. And then when you don't have that, I guess, volume, the intensity, yeah, you can have all that, but I just, you've seen Tom Platz's ridiculous leg day. He had so much volume and so much intensity, and look at his legs. To be honest, I never really liked Tom Platz's physique. It was a little imbalanced in my opinion. His upper body compared to his lower body was just quite different in my opinion. I still love the way his legs look, and his upper body wasn't bad. It was just how big his legs were compared to his upper body. And that's what some people go for, to be honest. Some people love that look, or some people like the superhero look in the cartoons, like Metro Man or whatever. He's definitely top heavy, and he's got okay legs, but nothing crazy compared to his upper body, at least. But overall today, I'm ready to go, and I'll see you guys in there. All right, so what we're going to be doing is focusing on our lats first. This is just a really good movement to really hit those. And then make sure you're not like, flaring your elbows out because it's an underhand grip. But make sure you're training heavy and hard for this. And the whole point of this is keeping your elbow as close to your side as you can. That's how you emphasize the lats. And what I mean by flaring out the elbows is just making sure they don't go up toward your shoulders. So this movement is really good for that because underhand will always make you kind of keep your elbows in when you're doing the movement. And now we have some lats again, but we're going to be doing a pull down. You can either do pull-ups if you want to for this, but same movement. Try to keep your elbows in when you do this to hit more lats. The more you flare out your elbows, the more kind of mid-back you'll hit on this movement. And the more you lean back, the more mid-back you'll hit on this movement. So just make sure you kind of keep a straight posture up, almost just like you're trying to do pull-ups, and then add some partials at the end. Now we're going to be doing some traps, and we're going to mainly be hitting the upper trap when we're doing this. All we're doing is exploding up, and like I said, just literally shrugging up. There's nothing more to it. And make sure you're doing it controlled on the way down and up. So whole point of this is just to train heavy and intense, as always. And doing them one side at a time allows you to kind of hit, unilaterally. And if you have an imbalance on one, which I do, it's just minor, but it's on my left side. But if I just want to fix that, I just do one arm. And the better way to do this is to hold on to something in front of you or the side of you, just because you'll use less obliques when you do this. So make sure you're keeping your posture straight up because you don't want to hit obliques when you're doing this. All right, first movement for biceps is we're going to be hitting the biceps mainly. You're also going to be hitting a little brachialis, but more bicep, more than like a hammer curl. That would be more brachialis, but whole movement is just control the weight. Don't go too heavy for yourself when you're swinging the weight. Try to keep your shoulders and elbows in one position and just mainly move your forearms upwards. Now we're going to be hitting the brachialis and the biceps on this. And now all we're going to be doing is, the way to do this, I think, is try to keep your hands out, because the closer your hands are together, the easier it is, at least on a rope. But explode up and go slow on the way down, control it all the way through. That's really it. Howdy. Just finished up with some cardio, which was some kickboxing, because in this gym, which is really cool, they have a jiu-jitsu kind of gym area. It doesn't have anything crazy. It has some blue mats and what else? They have two little like kickboxing thing. I think one of them really needs water and the other one doesn't need water, and it's heavy. It's like 80 pounds or something. You have to just pick it up real quick, and it's not super heavy, but it's just awkward because it's all lower, like the lower base of it, it's all the weight. And I don't want like the pad stuff at the top falling off of it. So I just have to it's weird to pick up is what I'm saying. It's awkward. I work with awkward things to pick up all day though, because I work up at UPS, and that's a lot of awkward stuff. But did that for about 10 to I think 15, 20 minutes. Not very long, just something a little extra. But the only thing you guys didn't see was that, and then whatchamacallit, I do these things every now and then, or it's usually at this gym, because this gym's cool. They have not amenities, I guess you could say, but they have rooms where you could do other things. And the other room is like a stretching kind of ab type of room, some lower back stuff, more like functional stuff. So what I did was I was doing lower back extensions just without any weight, except the last thing I did weight on, because I need to strengthen my lower back. And if I get a sicker lower back looking back, lower back, I'm not gonna mind that. I don't know why I just said that so many times, but don't mind that. And then also I did like 4 sets weightless, and then 1 set weight with like 60 pounds, so it's not much. And then I do these things, farmer carries with 45-pound plates, where I pinch them to get my just to get my grip better. And I can already see from the first time I did it, from the now, dude, it's insane. It's feeling a lot better. But just mainly just to get a couple things done with that. It's just, to get my grip better, work on my traps a little while I'm at it too, and then also it's just overall functional stuff. Because I think even though I'm a bodybuilder, I train bodybuilding, you should work on functional stuff too, right? Like, I think you should be strong at all ranges of motion, like being strong really far out when you're doing your rows and when you're squeezing your rows. Or like, something I need to work on is Jefferson curls, which is like that, like it's like a deadlift, but you use basically only your lower back. And I can just imagine that strengthens your lower back so much. And I'm gonna start doing those like every leg day or something when I'm, not doing RDLs or something. I'll figure it out. But I want to start adding those into the rotation. But other than that, I mean, hold on, let me give you a call back. Or hold on, I got a call. I don't know why I told you guys I'd give you a call back, because this I don't think is a call. No, not exactly. It's kind of a call because I'm talking to y'all, but it's not really that. But so back what I was saying about the functional training. I think everyone should add a little functional training, which can include stretching of some sort. You need stretching in your life. I don't care what kind of work you do, right? I think truckers, people that sit on their booties all day and do nothing but except drive, I think they even need stretching. I think everyone needs that function. 2, I think you should add some sort of cardio, right? I think you should add either running, kickboxing, basketball, jiu-jitsu, tennis, I don't care. Whatever. You need some type of that. And then 3, function would be like, I guess you could add weightlifting in there too, but it's more like I said, you need stretching and then like some sort of like weightlifting along with some type of functionality, right? Which is like farmer carries, I think you need, because rowing and like bench pressing, all that's cool, but that's not necessarily going to help you in the long run, right? Bench press, I'm just trying to think of real world things, right? A bench press is not going to be able to help you carry groceries in. Farmer carries will though. But at the end of the day, the gym is going to help you overall in your daily life. Not even, just by being able to lift the groceries in, but also just life expectancy. You'll be able to live longer. And who doesn't want to live a little longer, get more life on this earth, And, the one cool thing about that is just you get to see more of what's happened, because I think, right, I go to heaven, right? I think people go to heaven, but at the same time, I wonder if, like, when you're up there in heaven, do you see the earth? Like, do you see what's going on down here? Or is it just like a different thing? Like, where we can't see heaven right now, but we can see the earth. Is it the same thing? I don't know. But also just, whatever. But, like I was saying, I would just train some sort of functionality. Because, a lot of people, they have shoulder problems, lower back problems, knee problems. All those things can be, I think, reverted and helped with those things. Cardio, some sort of stretching, and some type of functionality training. Those things can be helped. A lot of people, they're very, what's the word I'm trying to think of? They kind of give up on that aspect. Like, if they have knee pain, they think it's, never going to go away or something. It might be a thing where it's difficult to live with. Like, it's like, holy crap, this is never going to go away. Like, I'm forever going to be dang near crippled. I don't think that's the case. I think everyone could be cured from that type of thing. Things like scoliosis and everything, that's a little different. That's more like, okay, you need more of surgeries and stuff. But I feel like when it's just like, but even then, you can still do better with those type of things. Like, there's a guy I know in my gym. He has all types of things kind of messed up with him. But he's still in the gym, he does exercises to help him. He does like these overhead walking carry things, which is really cool, I think. Yeah. But basically, he has scoliosis too, and he does a lot of stuff. Like, he does stuff purely for his type of stuff. But, you know, whatever the case may be, I always just say movement. Even if you don't do the stretching, weightlifting, functional training, cardio of some sort, those 4 things, you still need movement in your day, right? You still need to do something. And I mean, I watched a video. The reason why I said truckers is because I watched a Will Tennyson video about him being a trucker for like a day or 2 or something. He was going along with these people, and just their diet and just the lack of movement they get and stuff. I don't know how people can live like that. Seriously. If I'm bed rotting for a day, I feel horrible. And they do this for a living. They just, you know, go to different states and sit on their butts and eat Slim Jims all day, dude. And I'm not judging them, right? I just don't know how they could do that. Because if I sat on my ass all day and didn't move and, you know, whatever not, for one, that's depressing in my opinion. And 2, I feel like you'd be so unhealthy, you know? Because let's say there was a job, right, that you really didn't do much. You sat here, but you like you lived in an RV and you didn't need a job, but you don't really do much, but you can eat healthy foods and all that. I still think without that movement in your day, you're gonna struggle bad. Like, you can eat the most healthy meals. You can you can sleep as much as you can. But let's say you don't train. Let's say you don't leave the RV. Let's say you get sunlight. Let's say you get everything you need, but you never really move. You don't exercise, nothing like that. I feel like your body is gonna be so just tight and not lubricated whatsoever, and you're just gonna be stiff. I just feel like that's not a good way to live, is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, all I think that you need is just movement. That's my main purpose with this. It's not to judge anybody or anything like that. It's not to discriminate you or discourage you if you really lack movement in your day, but please get movement in your day. Don't be a guy who gets 1,000 steps a day and is like, oh yeah, I got 1,000 steps. No, dude, you need more than that. Come on. We're not even talking about a health thing. We're talking about you need some deficits right there. You're basically in a surplus off of walking, you know. But other than that, y'all, I think it's it. I'm gonna get some Costco gas real quick and some groceries. But I will see y'all dudes in the next one. Bye bye.